I think we all know that feeling that you just can't get anything done. You have no energy, feeling lethargic, and you just can't get the work done you know that should be done. I am going to tell you what you need to do in order to fix that. I have been experimenting with this and it has totally changed my life. Thanks to these fixes that I've implemented, I have been way more productive. I'm very serious, and that's why I think this is an awesome topic to start the week with. So welcome to another episode of Motivating Mondays. This is episode number 4, and if this one doesn't make you smash your week, then I'm probably doing something wrong here. So listen very carefully. Make sure you digest all the information I'm about to give you, because this all has to do with tricks your brain is playing on you. And probably you are unaware of it, but after you've watched this video, you will be alright. So make sure to watch it multiple times to remember all that I'm telling you today. Of course, not for my watch time, but just for remembering. So, okay, the first thing I want to do is ask you a question. Do you really know why you're feeling like this? Why do you feel that lazy, and why do you have no energy? Well, let me help you to understand that part, because for everything is a reason. And the first reason you feel that way is because you are getting misleaded and you are unaware of it. There is a part of your brain telling you that you don't want to do something at a certain moment, and your body has no choice but to listen to it. It has to do with the way your brain is releasing dopamine, and your smartphone is one of the many things responsible for messing this up. Of course, you are the number one responsible, but you can't help yourself because, like I said earlier, you were misled. So let me explain how this works. Your phone is designed to trick you. That's why they call it a smartphone. No, just kidding. But the point is that every time you check your phone, there probably is something new to see. There is a new notification or something else that is interesting to you. And when that happens, when you are checking your phone, your brains, you manually let your brains release a bit of dopamine. And video games are designed that way too. Your brains are very complex, but they work quite simple because it is a neural network wanting to travel from point A to point B. And they only want to get two things. Let's call them A's and B's. How it works is that when they get a B, the brain is just checking how difficult it was to get that B, and the brain loves to take the easiest way, the path of least resistance. It's our human nature, ladies and gentlemen, don't worry. But when you are playing a video game, you get loads and loads of dopamine, because games are designed that way, to get you hooked. You have to get addicted to that stuff, because you're gonna spend your money then. So you constantly find new things, you're developing your character, and you get better as you progress through the game, gaining massive experience points which you can spend on gaining new skills and God knows what more. The point is that you get massive loads of dopamine. So okay, back to the A's and B's. Looking at our nature, our brains wants to get those B's as easy as possible. So when playing video games or looking at your phone, it is pretty easy for the brain to get them, which leads to the brain telling you whatever else is going on in your life, it's unimportant. Just keep doing this because it's fun and easy. Your brain is one big neural network, like I just mentioned, where a lot of traveling takes place from point A's to point B's. And the brain wants to make that traveling as easy as possible. And the instant gratification society where we are living in at this moment messes it all up. A long time ago, when we were living in caves yet, it was quite hard to get a quick fix. In fact, nothing happened quick. We needed to put out some serious effort to survive. And we had to go out hunting and craft all kinds of stuff with our bare hands and do all other kinds of stuff, which took a lot of time, which made it a lot harder to get that dopamine released in the brain. So, because there was no instant gratification, only delayed gratification. So that delayed gratification wasn't a problem back then, because it was the only way to get that dopamine released. But now, ladies and gentlemen, we can play video games, we can use drugs, we can watch porn, we can gamble, we can shop online and have it delivered the same day. And there's tons of other stuff which can get that dopamine going. And you know how we call that? We call that unearned dopamine. We didn't do anything special to get these hits of dopamine. So what are our brains doing? They are building new infrastructures, and they tell you which way to go. The easy way, of course. Excuse me. This leads to the fact that anything that's causing the brain more trouble to get dopamine released is being rejected. Your brain's telling you, nope, we are not going to do that. We are not feeling like that, so no, it's too hard to get there. This has nothing to do with you being lazy or unambitious, so no need to feel terrible about that. You just need to do one thing, and that is stop doing as much as possible things that provides that unearned dopamine for at least the time that you need in order to reach that thing what success means to you. I'm not telling you to stop shopping online, but leaving a few things alone could help you a lot already. Things like the television, your smartphone, and video games, for example. Not YouTube, of course, because you should totally binge watch my channel. But it's all about breaking that pattern of getting unearned dopamine and let your brain create a new infrastructure to trick your brain into liking to do hard things. So enough about dopamine. Let's talk now about the second thing that's making you feel like shit, and that's the stuff you are putting in your mouth. And we are talking about nutrition here, not about those dirty things you are thinking of right now, which you probably didn't even think of in the first place, but now I mention it because now you do think about it because I mentioned it. So quitting the jokes, back on topic. Your body is constantly in need of energy, and you know what is one of the things that costs you the most energy? It is food processing, it is digestion. When I just finished eating a big and or unhealthy meal, I'm feeling pretty lethargic and without ambition right after that meal for quite a while, because it takes my body a lot of energy and effort to get all that stuff processed. Digestion itself is a huge energy consumer, and on top of that, if the body has to process and remove all the stuff that's toxic for you, it's doubled up. That being said, you need to get your nutrition right together with refraining yourself from activities which gives you that unearned dopamine, and you'll do a lot better. Trust me on this one. So having these two things under control, you have achieved great things already. However, this doesn't mean that we are done, because the fix I'm providing here is a combination of a few things, actually of 4 things. And we are getting to number 3 now. We've had the dopamine fix, and now we talked about the nutrition fix. Now we gotta focus ourselves on your goals and what is the purpose behind each goal. The reason I said the fix for all this misery is a combination of 4 things is because you can't succeed part number 3 without having part number 1 fixed, the dopamine issue. If you don't work in the order I'm telling you all this, you will spend too much attention on things that are not bringing you closer to being successful in your life. And those things are the activities which trigger unearned dopamine release. So okay, back, goals and purpose. Look, do you think Steve Jobs got successful by engaging in activities where he got unearned dopamine? I think not. He got successful with being obsessed about his goals and the purpose behind those goals. You need to find something like that as well. Something that makes you so obsessed that you want to spend your time only doing that, and remove anything from your life that is distracting you from that. So divorce your partner, quit your job and social media, and move to a country where nobody knows you so you can work undisturbed and undistracted. No, joking again. But getting off social media is a thing you should be seriously considering, as it's messing up your dopamine release process and it distracts you a lot. I decided to do it as well, and since I have been off, it's not for long yet, but it is really helping me already. If social media is your business, then you could of course keep using it, but keep it strictly business. You know, don't have a personal account where you can check what is your social media friends doing, and that's not important what they are doing. If you want to be successful, you have to sacrifice a thing or two. Well, it's getting windy. Okay, back on topic. Goals and purposes, because this is probably one of the reasons you hate your job. There is no purpose in it besides paying your bills and surviving financially, but that's nearly not enough to get you motivated and excited, ready to rock and full of energy. You need a purpose. Doing Elon Musk things or Steve Jobs things or Bill Gates things. Those people are thriving because they truly believe in their goals and are determined and dedicated to make it happen. They have that no matter what mentality. What Majors is talking about also, it's amazing. I truly believe that Elon Musk was thinking about Tesla while showering. I truly believe that Bill Gates was thinking about Microsoft while banging his wife. And I truly believe that Steve Jobs was dreaming about Apple while sleeping at the office. Messi didn't become one of the best soccer players in the world by playing video games or scrolling social media. They did everything they could to make it happen, so that's something you need to do as well. Find a niche or business which you are so excited about, attach your purpose to it, and then go for it with all your power. I'm doing the same thing with my YouTube channel now. That's why it will be one of the most successful YouTube channels ever existed. Keep that in mind. So, moving on to the fourth part that's required, this is identifying waste in your life. I don't know if you know the term Lean Six Sigma. It's all about removing waste. I've worked in logistics the biggest part of my working life, and the lean concept is highly valued in this sector. Let me explain. Lean Six Sigma is a method that relies on a collaborative team effort to improve performance by systematically removing waste from a certain process or chain, which makes everything better and more efficient. What would happen to your life when you would identify the waste and got rid of it? You would be more productive, efficient, and your overall life quality would skyrocket. So let me explain what I mean by waste in your life. Get rid of all the things you don't need. Start being a little more minimalistic. Get rid of distractions. And when I'm talking about distractions, I'm not only talking about video games or social media or your wife or husband or your kids. No, your wife and husband and your kids you should totally keep. But definitely take distance from friends which are distracting you in a negative way. When you're working on something, you have no time to hang around with friends, go to the pub and get wasted or smoke some pot or whatever they're up to. In that case, it's better to surround yourself with people who support you or can help you achieving your goals faster by helping you in some way that's beneficial for whatever you want to achieve. Try to find people who are more successful than you, so you can learn from them and you can copy exactly their behavior so you can be successful too. No, that's not a joke. You should not be a copycat. You should be totally authentic and unique and do your own thing, but it's definitely crucial for your own success if you remove people from your life who are holding you back from becoming successful. This doesn't mean that they are bad people, but they just live a different life. They have a different lifestyle, and they drag you with them, which can lead to making decisions that are not beneficial at all for whatever you want to achieve. So if you fix these 4 things, your brains will be totally optimized for success. You will be more motivated, you will have more energy, you'll be unstoppable, there will be no more limits, and you'll be sharp and ready to rock at all times. This is crucial information, ladies and gentlemen, and it is very important that you watch this video multiple times to make sure you consume every little piece of advice I'm giving you here, and on top of that, it's great for my watch time. So thank you for watching. If this video was valuable to you, make sure you hit that like and subscribe button if you already haven't, and share it with anyone who could possibly benefit from it. See you in the next one, guys. I talked enough here.